Hi everyone, this is John Wen. Today is November 18th, 2021. In today's video, I'm going to go through my research updates since the past week. As you can see from the slide, I mainly work on the first and third item since the past week. The first item is about journal version paper, and we have been mainly work on the DLAEW paper, which is a camera ready to submit to Big Data Conference workshop, and the due date is about maybe 21st. So we have been spend amount of time on that, and hopefully we can make a condensed and brief and good paper to be submitted to the conference. And the third item, prospectors, I'm come back to prospectors preparation. I will go to detail later. So for the first one, the paper of DLAEW, it has been accepted by one of the workshop from Big Data Conference at BPOD 2021. And now the due date is about 21st. So we have to submit our camera ready to the workshop by this time. And now we are working on a short version, which is a condensed and brief version of what we have been done until now on this approach. So hopefully we can make it a very good one. On the paper, we have been cut this into 6 pages. So previously, I think we have 11 pages, and now we have successfully cut into a condensed version. So now the further polishing is ongoing. Many thanks to Dr. Lu and Dr. Che. They have spent amount of time, so I really appreciate that. And the second item is about suggestion from Dr. Lu, because previously we have input arguments, for example, like number of batches and number of epochs. That was being set in the workflow design method. So where is a workflow construction process? So we think that is not proper or not reasonable, because the workflow construction will not consider or worry about these parameters, for example, like number of batches or number of epochs, because this parameter only being considered when we train the workflow. So we have moved these parameters into the NN trainers, so where we only care about. And on the implementation side, these corresponding changes has been made in the data view implementation as well. So right now we're going to have the parameters to be set in the in the NN trainer instead of the design method. So if we take a look at one of the NN workflow construction, for example, like this one, before we are going to input these two parameters in the sequential method, but right now we don't want to worry about it. So if you construct any workflow, you don't need to worry about how it is executed. So what will be set is inside the trainer, for example, like the local GPU version. And right now we're going to input the number of epochs and number of batches into the trainer, so that will be taken care of. And testing has been done either on the Java API side and the web version side, so everything works fine as before. So I think this change has been all set for now. And come back to the slide. Also, I made another change based on the suggestion from the last meeting. The type of the executor now is being retrieved from the config file. So in the data view, if we take a look at the executor, that is to reuse any trained model from the data view. And before, we just hard code the type of the executor we're going to use. And right now we only have one type, but in the future maybe we have several types we can let user to specify. So one of the suggestions from last meeting is that we can put that into the configuration file. So that's what I've been done. If we take a look at the configuration file, which is a config.json, so here I just input a new configuration about the type of executor, an executor. Now it is local GPU. So if we take a look at here, we are going to fetch from the configuration file, and based on what we've been fetched, and we're going to switch and choose what kind of executor we're going to use. So that is a change on the implementation side. And on the prospector side, I'm currently working on the presentation slides, and hopefully I will get something to be sent to Dr. Liu by next week. And I'm together working on the DLL paper presentation currently, because the presentation video will be submitted by 24th. So that also something we have been working on based on the change or based on the polishing of current paper. So hopefully we will get this being done, and I can make this also part of the prospectus presentation slides. So thank you so much for your time, and I think that's pretty much for today. And until next time, happy coding.